A. Welcome to Navajo Sage Weaver Tarot's channel. Thank you. This is a reading for Cancer. If you resonate with the sign of the water sign Cancer, then this is for you, this reading. Or if you are dealing with a water sign or know of somebody who is a water sign, you see them in this storyline, then this story here is for you. And I just want to say thank you for everyone who has subscribed and liked my videos, and I appreciate it very much, and many blessings. I'm going to shake the rattle, move the energy of any stagnation. All right, I already have pre-shuffled and picked some cards here. I have put 4 decks together, and so we're going to get a storyline here for Cancer. All right. So Cancer, what the cards are telling me is that, this maybe here, this, 10 of Pentacles right here is making you worry, trying to figure out, how to, maneuver, right? How to put the sunflowers, do I give it to this person, that person, you know, figuring that out, before, you know, um, before things come to an end, right? Whether it's, these are chores, people, places, or things, that, you're thinking at that moment, and then coming to some, realization here with the Empress, right? And she's the one that's surrounding and enjoying all, that was created by Cancer, and, you know, and whatever this creation was, is, you know, not a lot of people have been aware, maybe you've been doing things, you know, um, other achievements, that are under the surface, right? That bring out this, illuminate this, right? Um, under the fabric, right? And so trying to keep that at bay, you know, and, trying to enjoy this time here with you know, your ships, whatever that is, right? Here you have the Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, that trying to figure out, where to place it, because it's a tricky situation, right? This people, places, or things, walking, across this bridge here that, has you know, some harshness to it. But once you figure it out, once you figure out how that goes, when it comes to an end, there's some sort of reward, but, then you can, kind of let it out a little bit, show, those things that you've been trying to accomplish, that gave you a different aspect, of, those polar self of, what you're thinking here, brought you down to your bones, made you see a different aspect of that, something came to an end, you know? And yeah, sometimes it can bring the Queen of Voice here, that, shadow side, right? that, we kind of mask over, some of those aspects that we have, right, Cancer? And then, you know, trying to figure it out, right? Holding that pentacle there, placing it in a way that, doesn't hurt, you know, relationships, finding that balance here with the magician, learning how to use the energy, so you can move forward because now you have a different perspective. And then you're growing, adding more, you know, more elements to your growth in some way, whether it's maybe taking a class or, you know, um, making your tribe members, bigger, and then seeing the beauty in that, rather than using that shadow aspect and understanding that, you don't have to, you know, be, you know, s- so, this queen of voice here, you can put down that sword, because now you have a different aspect to it. Once you see the seeds growing, once you see that working within your intuitions with your relationship and thinking maybe it was, something hard to walk across, when you go within, you see that here with the magician, bringing that, you know, death to reality. And then you have a bit an understanding with the King of Wands here, because this aspect of the star, is shining light, can see shining light on the Nine of Cups. And then here you have the um I didn't say the magician here because he has all the swords. Mm. So Cancer, you have this, you know, whatever you're thinking at this time that's really at some sort of concern that, revolves some people or, something that's close, so we all grow, to elderly, so sometimes those aspects come into our lives, and we have to think about it, think about, those assets sometimes that we don't think about, Sometimes we do think about it like when we're in a relationship with somebody, right? And maybe there's a split, right? And learning how to um, distribute it in a way that, both people feel comfortable in some way, and, letting some of those go, maybe you're doing some cleaning, planning, how to do some cleaning, it will change that, that aspect too, getting rid of stuff, making things come to an end. And when you start making room for other things, other things start coming in, So maybe that, and then you see that from a different perspective, and then sometimes you have to put up your guard, be this queen right here, use your voice, if anything's interfering, right, with your journey, and seeing it and, the moon aspect, and learning how to use that magician and re gaining that trust within yourself and but not looking at it where you have to, use your sword, right? And you can, come out here, with the nines of looking at the beauty around it, because you're growing, you've learned how to grow and you see the within yourself, because you go within and you feel good about it. And now you see it, and now you're using your magics, your magician, your emperor. So I would say, Cancer, that is what I have for you there. I'm going to pull a couple archetype. Maybe this is you, maybe you're dealing with somebody that are of these archetypes, maybe they fit in a storyline in some way. But we have So we have the Mattis, the miser, light attribute, interpretal and creative ability to turn anything into gold, delight, and sharing life riches. The shadow attribute, hoarding money and emotions, observing fear and losing your wealth. Malice and Messier. And then we have Scribe, the light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. The shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarism others' work. So maybe you are dealing with somebody or somebody, in those, uh, you know, aspect in the storyline. And so we're gonna see what we have for the fairies. So we have solar coming out, that inner power within yourself, to learn how to, come out of that fear, letting go that spark, is scary sometimes, and then the fairy here just saying, you can learn, how to calm, this energy down when you need to, it doesn't all have to come to an ending or death, and just sit back, you don't have to react to everything and everything will be okay because you know how to put that magician there. And then we're just gonna get some other messages from spirit. So maybe spirit wants you to know you are worth it. Maybe you need to take a pause and let love be your beacon. The tea leaves will show, wind chimes, peace and harmony. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Chain, chain of event that will affect your life. Target, a goal of, you know, I don't know why I said, a goal-oriented person. Sunset, a new creative idea, new adventure, and a new fresh start. And we have scales, keep your life in balance. And so, Cancer, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to do your reading. Hojona Haskling, Hojona Haskling, Hojona Haskling, Hojona Haskling. Yeah.